In this video today, we're looking at how much it costs to feed 1,000 points of lay birds from point of lay, that is 16 weeks, to when they break even at 26 weeks. That is what we're looking at in this video today. So you know what? You want to stick around and you want to watch this video to the end because it's going to be very helpful for you, especially for intending poultry farmers. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Poultry with Modupe. My name is Modupe and I'm a layer poultry farmer doing business in Nigeria. In today's video, we're talking about how much it costs to feed 1,000 points of lay birds from 16 weeks to when they break even. If you've seen my previous video about feeding points of lay, you know that I always judge my break even period to 26 weeks. I peg it at 26 weeks. At 26 weeks, I expect that the birds would have broken even. I mean, when we sell their eggs, they are able to feed, they're able to feed themselves. That's the break-even period. So how much feed are we going to use from that 16 weeks to when they break even at 26 weeks, which is like a 10-week period? Yeah, 10 weeks, we're feeding them, and let's see how much it's going to cost us to feed 1,000 points of lay birds, 1,000 of them. So in my previous video, I talked about how much it costs to stock 1,000 points of lay. I talked about the cost of the cages and the cost of the birds themselves. So this video is more like a continuation. How much, yeah, more like a series, right? So this is another part of the series. How much it costs to feed them. Stick around. Let me get my book. So I have my calculation. I've done all my calculations here. So at 16 weeks, the birds got here at 16 weeks. And we have to feed them certain quantity of feed every day. We cannot overfeed our birds. We cannot overfeed them. So this is my new set of birds here. These birds here, the golden flock that just arrived by farm. You know, I got 1,300 of them. They are 16 weeks yet. They are not 17 weeks at the moment. So what they are going to be fed is different from what my matured birds would eat. These are the awesome flock at this side, and so they will eat different quantity of feed. So at 16 weeks, it is expected that we feed them with 80 grams of feed per day. 80 grams of feed per day times 1,000 birds, we are getting, then we take that whatever value we get, we divide it by 1,000, then divide it by 25 kg, which is the size of our feed around here. So we're going to get 3.2 bags, right? Then we'll multiply that by 7 days a week. So we're going to get 22.4 bags. So let's round it up to 22.5 bags of feed for that 16th week. 17th week, we are feeding them with 85 grams of feed per day. So that is 3.5 bags of feed times 7 days, which is 24 bags of feed. So for the 16th week and 17th week, we are feeding them with grower mash, the grower mash feed, right? So 18th week, we can now start with pre-layer. So at 18th week, we are feeding them with 90 grams of feed per day. You know, the same calculation, 90 times 1,000 birds, then divided by 1,000, then divided by 25. So we're going to get 3.6 bags of feed. So which is about 25.5 bags of feed every week for 1,000 birds. 19 weeks, we're also feeding them with the same quantity of 90 grams of feed per day. So we're still doing another 25.5 bags for that 19th week. 20th week, we're increasing their feed to 95 grams of feed per day. So that is about 3.8 bags of feed every day, and that's about 27 bags of feed every week for the 20th week. So I expect that your birds would have laid their first egg between 18th and 20th week, right? So but then when the birds are laying, they would lay in bits, like 1 piece of egg today, 3 pieces of egg tomorrow. Before you're able to see 1 full crate a day, they might have laid for about 1 week or 1.5 weeks. So at the 21st week, you're still feeding them with 95 grams of feed per day, which is still 27 bags of feed every week. Then 22nd week, we are increasing their feed to 100 grams of feed per day, which is 4 bags of feed every week, 4 bags of feed every day for 1,000 birds. So that is 28 bags of feed for that 22nd week. So I expect that this 22nd week, the birds should have gotten to above 10% laying production. If you don't know how to calculate the laying production, I'm going to attach a video up here so that you see how you calculate your laying percentage, your production percentage. So and at this period we should transition to the layer mash. But then you know how transition is, we'll do it gradually. Also, I have a video about how you should transition your poultry feed. You don't just change the feed suddenly, you transition. So I also have a video about that I'll also attach here. You can also see that. So at their 23rd week, we are going to use about 18 bags of pre-layer and 10 bags of layer mash, which is still 28 bags of feed for that week, for that period, right? Because the birds are still being fed with 100 grams of feed every day. So by the 24th week, they are entirely on layer mash, and we are still giving them 100 grams per day, and that is 28 bags of feed per week. 25th week, the same 28 bags of feed. 26th week, when I expect that the bird should have gotten to above maybe above 46% or even 50% production percentage, we're still going to feed them with 28 bags of feed. So after the 26th week, we can now increase it to maybe 110, 105 grams of feed per day. Now let's look at the calculation. So in total, we are going to feed the birds with the birds are the 1,000 birds, right? They are going to eat 292 bags of feed in total for that total of 10 weeks, from 16th week to 26th week. We are feeding them with 292 bags of feed. So they are going to eat the grower mash from week 16 to week 17. They are going to eat 47 bags. Then the pre-layer, we are going to feed them from week 18 to week 23. They are going to eat 151 bags. Then the layer mash from week 23, you know that's when we transition. From week 23 to week 26, they are going to eat 94 bags of feed. And the total amount of feed they are going to eat in that 10 weeks is 292 bags of feed, right? So now let us look at the cost, the breakdown of the cost, which is really what we are talking about. So the cost of the feed for 47 grower, if we're buying each bag at 8,200 naira, is going to cost us 855,400 naira, right? So for the pre-layer, we're using 151 bags, and let's say a bag of pre-layer is about 18,500, so it's going to cost us 2,793,500 naira. Then for the layer mash, we're using 94 bags, and let's say each bag costs about 18,800 naira. It's going to cost us 1,767,200 naira. So the total cost for all these 292 bags of feed is 5,416,100 naira. Then of course, you know that I'll probably convert it to the US dollars because of the larger audience. So the total cost of feeding them in dollars is 3,610 US dollars. 3,610 US dollars. I am using 1,500 as at the time of this calculation. So now you know how much it's going to cost to feed 1,000 birds from 16 weeks to when they break even. So now let me drop my notes here. Guys, if you have watched to this extent and you have not subscribed on this page, on this channel, then something is actually not right. Please click on the subscribe button, please like, please share, please comment, and let's just rub minds together. So now you know the cost to feed 1,000 layer birds from 16 weeks to when they break even. You have the cost now, and also in my previous video where I talked about the cost of stocking them. So now just imagine that as a layer poultry farmer, an intending layer poultry farmer, you have built your structure. So now you have an idea of how much it costs to stock the farm, how much it costs to feed them. In the subsequent video, I'm going to talk about how much profit you should expect monthly from these 1,000 layer poultry birds. So again, if you're an intending poultry farmer, an intending layer poultry farmer, and It's not a business you should go into without adequate knowledge. Every time I say this. So please click on the seller link in the description box to book a 2-hour consultation session with me. Yes, and actually the cost is very reasonable. And before I change the price in no time, just get on this offer. So another thing is that I have my ultimate trusted poultry vendor list available. And so this is like an offer now. I am giving an offer that if you book my online consultation, I'm going to give you that ultimate vendor list for free. But of course, you would have to purchase the ultimate vendor list if you're not booking my consultation. But if you book my consultation, that's going to be like your perks for booking my online consultation. I get to give you that ultimate poultry guide for ultimate poultry vendor list for free. So till we see on another video where I get to talk about the profits. As an intending poultry farmer or a new poultry farmer who is looking to stock up their farm, you need to actually train your staff. And I offer that service also for my online training for farm attendants, farm managers. You can send me an email, poultrywithmodupe@gmail.com, to book a time with me also so that I get to train your staff. So thank you for watching, and bye bye. Stay winning and stay profiting.